Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Patreon podcast, the DVD extras, the commentary. And there's so much that I think is cool about this video. And one weird, and it's also just a little bit different for me. It's out of my element slightly, and in one weird way, in that I'm playing guitar in a band, which I haven't done in years. And I mean, last time I think I played guitar in a band was when we recorded Metal on 100-Year-Old Equipment, which was also even like a year ago. And I would barely count that because we kind of just played one song. Well, I guess we kind of did similar here, but anyway, I just felt so out of my element because all of these musicians here are incredible musicians. And here I am, like, in some way a professional guitar player, but also haven't played guitar in a band in years and years. I've been in a lot of bands, but other than one band I had in high school, which was I graduated high school a decade ago. Other than that band, every band I've ever been in, I was either on bass or on drums. Like when I go out on tour with Angry and the Perfect Strangers, I'm on drums, or with Driftless Pony Club, I'm on drums. So this was different. But another really cool thing about this video, and a big reason why I jumped on the opportunity to do it, was that so there on the keys is my friend Jack. Jack created Patreon. He created the site that we're on right now. And yes, in 2013, I was trying my best to turn music and YouTube into a full-time job. And I was just not really, I just didn't, I needed to build up at that point, at some point, what, I'm having trouble speaking right now. But anyway, in 2013, Jack was going to make a music video for his own channel, and he was going to put a lot of money into it. And after he made the video, he realized, like, there's no way that AdSense is going to bring back the money that I spent on this video. How about I create a site that I can just ask my fans if they want, how about throw me $1 every time I upload a new music video, and then I'll be able to make stuff like this where I put a lot of money into music videos. And then he created Patreon. And then shortly after I found out about it, in its first like week or whatever, in 2013, then I created a site, and thanks to all of you lovely people, especially if you've been around since 2013, that was the last last nudge I needed to be able to turn it into a job. And so Patreon came out. I made an account on Jack's website over there, and yeah, and then I was able to go. I've been full time since, which is almost 6 years ago now. So when I heard from everybody heard from the team that I could be a part of a Scary Pockets video and work with Jack and his team, it was immediate, like, yes, I'd be so honored. Thanks for creating Patreon. So yeah, I mean, there's so much more about it. Like, everyone in that band is an incredible musician, and this is the most nervous I've been for a film shoot in a long time, because I'm like kind of coming in as like, I guess they would expect me to be, I don't know, just playing in a band as a guitar player is just, I'm sure with a bit more practice I could definitely get the hang of it, but it's out of my element. And for everyone else in that room, that is their main, making videos and performing live are just like two different skill sets, and that's absolutely their skill set. And I showed up, and we were doing Backstreet's Back and one other song for their channel. And we were going to record Backstreet's Back first, and I was like, all right, I'm here. And everyone was getting into the room, and I'm plugging in my guitar. I'm trying to figure out, I'm like messing with a pedal. I'm trying to figure out how to work. And then as soon as I have any signal at all, as soon as I'm able to hear myself out of the amp, this is like 2 minutes in, the rest of the band already has the song on. Like, the way that they work, especially with Jack being the CEO of Patreon, he has 2 days a month to make videos. And one day he makes 4 videos with Pomplamoose, his other band, and then one day here to shoot 4 videos. So I showed up, we were doing 2, and no one in the room even knew what song we were doing yet, except for me and Ryan, the other guitar player. And we just tell them, yeah, we're doing this one. They're like, okay, cool. How does that one go? Like this? All right, cool. And then that, few minutes later, they have the entire song done, and they're already filming. And then we play through the song once, and then if we like the take, then we just move on. It was very interesting in that it was very similar to making a song in an hour, except that's not the premise. That's just the reality of getting these done. Except it'd be an hour and a half. We had 90 minutes to do each one. We did one, took a break, 90 minutes to the other. And then Jack does that whole process, does 4 in a day, next day does 4, and then goes back to being the CEO of Patreon, but still is uploading every week to his 2 channels. So it was a really cool experience. It definitely felt like a roller coaster in that, it was by far the most nervous I've been for anything in a while, just given the live performance aspect and knowing how good these musicians were. But I think it turned out great. I think the only thing I would change is to be less nervous in the footage and take more risk and get more into it, because I had some other ideas that we were throwing out, and I kind of was like, oh, well, they're the experts at this type of video, I'm just going to let them do it. But looking back, it's like, well, I could have added a bit more. But, for next time, I think it came out really, really cool. So, yeah, thanks so much for being a patron. Enough so to where, I get to, this was just like kind of full circle. So here's a video on Patreon with the founder of Patreon. Have a good one. Thanks so much for being a patron, and here's the outro again. Bye.